Here comes the train. The tracks are ringing, warning or telling everyone the train is coming. Good morning, Dogtrotters and DIYers and anybody else that's interested in this type of life. I'm Jeff Whitney, your host at the Dogtrot, bringing you the show Life at the Dogtrot. And I think I'm a happy camper. I posted last night my first in a series of hoarder films by Dr. Hortus, and soon to make that hopefully an international foundation for hoarding, and to help hoarders hoarder better, not get rid of their stuff, just hoarder better, just organize yourself. But anyways, I did my stay or my visit or my Mecca, however you want to call it, down to the wonderful town of Angie, which I filmed a couple of spots in there. I'll be sharing with you quite soon, maybe even in this segment. I'll give you a little taste of it. We picked up some gospel singing by an unlikely or likely character, my friend Jeff, and we picked up a lot of cross chatter at the flea market, which is the old bank. Did not score too much yesterday there, but had a good time. A lot of odd and end stuff. I guess my best prize is probably, which I'll probably slip in a picture of it, is some old Huckleberry Finn dolls. Old Huck and his wife, about 3 foot tall. I thought they were kind of unusually interesting, but I'll share that later on with you. But right now I have my finds over at across the tracks, where I have a little store there, and I'll be showing you films of that too coming up. But I want to show you some of the pieces and explain why I bought them and what my use for them is. So if you'll just hang on with me for a minute, I'll switch the camera over. Okay, I just move up here. Oh, and by the way, we're redoing our sets here. The set crew is working hard at giving us some new sets here. We've just built these wonderful shelves, which they're wonderfully getting all cluttered now, but we're waxing. We're using a paste wax for the finish. You can see a nice sheen to it. Getting to it. It'll take many layers of wax to get the sheen to it. But anyways, here's our find. This comes from a brother hoarder, local to this area. He likes little stuff. And I found this in his booth. I bought it just because I like the feel of it. I'm sure it's probably pot metal with just like a chrome coating, because it looked to be a souvenir. And from what I could read on it, it was from the Chicago's World's Fair, which I think that was in 1922. And so this was a little memorable cup, and it was actually made in Japan. But it's cute, and I like it. That's really, when you're hoarding, that's really all that matters, is that you like it. Now, this here in the back, not that I needed another coffee pot, but this one's been staring at me for months now, and I said, odd color for a coffee pot, but good name, good make, made in Italia. These always make a real cup of joe. They don't fool around with that little messy, stupid filter crap that they sell on the market. So I just had my first pot of coffee with that, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see. It's black. It's nice and black. Puts hair on your chest. Anyways, and I always do a chaser with that with Dr. Pepper. And Dr. Pepper helped me pepper up my movements for the day, so to say. But anyhow, let's move on down the rack here. Now, this was an interesting little find. This was, well, it says, it's kind of weird. Has like a weird roll to it. But it says, fisherman size. So I guess it fit in fishing boats or something. It's an ashtray. It's just a pot metal. Nothing really fancy about it. But what I picked that up for? $1. Monetarily value, I'll also tell you that something like this, I hold on to this, which I have no intention of selling. I'd probably get $2 or $3 for it if I sold. If I sold it, that's what I'd probably sell it out at. And the coffee pot, that ain't for sale. This, I picked this up for 50 cents. I'd probably sell this for probably $5. So in other words, it really ain't for sale. My camera makes it look like it's wiggling. Now, this figure here, I'm sure it's not originally Russian or anything like that, but it was just cute. And it's probably carved in Mexico, is what my thought is. I picked that up for $1. And if I was to sell that, or hold on to it slowly and then sell it, I'd sell that at probably $3 to $5, depending on my mood. But I just bought it for decoration. So, now, this one here, this was an interesting one. It's all cast iron, very heavy. It makes a good paperweight. But underneath it, here you can see, it's a bottle opener, folks. It's a bottle opener. And it's a jockey with that lucky number, 21. I liked it. I picked it up for $2. It was brand new in the box. Probably made in China. Who knows? Everything seems to be made in China. But most of the time I'll stay away from Chinese stuff. But not that I don't like them. I just don't like their products flooding our market here in the U.S. And speaking about flooding market, the hoarders, I mean not the hoarders, that's my group. Those guys, the pickers, American pickers, they were sniffing around here in the area, and I was asked if I would show my stuff. I said, no, 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 no. I will not show my stuff to them. I believe they destroy our market, and they're like carpetbaggers. They just come down here and pillage this area of what they can find and take it back up north and sell it at a high price. So, to the American pickers, no, 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 no. Go away. Go away. Anyways, enough said with that. I think I got my point across. Then this was a cute little box. Just cute little fabric box. It kind of has a Tom Sawyer look to it. Your boy out in the field with cows or horse or whatever. But anyways, his mule, his donkey. And it'll make a nice gift for someone. I'll put a little gift in it to somebody, and I'll ship it off to them when I do that sometimes when people are ordering wood for me. And by the way, all the sales on these pieces, when I do sell, whether I'm selling down at Cross the Tracks or wherever, they all go back into a fund to fund art. I'm promoting art. Let's move on here before we run out of space. This was a cute little ashtray. You can just guess what it's made to look like, but it's for butts only. Yeah, I would say it's probably 1950s. Let's see. Picked that up. Yeah, 1950 ashtray. It's a novelty item. I probably won't sell that, but if I did, my value in it is about $2. I'll sell that for probably about $5. But I ain't got no intention of selling. Now these are marbles, and I haven't seen a collection like this come across, and they're not really old, but they have all the solids, the cat's eyes, the boulders, or the big rock. There's 160 of them in there, and I bought this for about $10. But I like marbles. There's something special about marbles, and I go way back in marbles and Marble Land. Anyways, that's just a break apart type deal, and I'm keeping those. Now, cheese grater. Hey, everybody always needs a cheese grater. For 50 cents, how could I go wrong? Now, this was a find. This was a locally made small recipe book by the Community Garden Club of Ponchatoula. And it's got all sorts of tidbits and ideas, and also ideas how you can make your own recipe book. But anyways, that's well worthwhile to look at. That cost me $2. I will probably never sell that. But if I did, I'd go out at $5. So those are my treasures. But the key one is a very old, ancient Chinese calculator. And this was actually made in Japan in the early 1900s. And you can see on it, these are all beads. And they had a way of counting. And they use these in stores to count your wares, and works as good as a calculator. This is where your original calculator came from. You know, you just count these up and then move that over, and then count these up and move that over. Interesting. And what caught my eye on this, when I was picking it up, even though it's got a solid background, it projected a lot of shadows, a lot of different shadows. So I'm going to play around with some ideas about this to incorporate that into lighting. Or just something that is unusual to display that and to bring back some history in that. So, folks, that is my finds for the day, or Saturday, and I hope you've enjoyed that. And I know I've enjoyed it. I'm still going to keep enjoying it. But remember, when you're out there hoarding or collecting or shopping, shop wisely. Don't let it build up. When you get it home, sort it out. Enjoy your buy. But remember, hoarding is a disease. But we can conquer it and control it by doing smart hoarding. And remember, always hoarder safe. Shake the piece before, if you're out in the woods and you find something, shake the piece before you pick it up, because there just might be a snake in it. So let me just hang on there a second, and I'm going to switch over. That's it for Sunday the 28th of May, and June is coming right around the corner. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. You people out there, when you're out there celebrating, be safe. And remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's for soldiers that fought for our freedom. And let's just take more than a moment to remember. Let's remember them those days. All the women and the men that fought out there for our safety now. It's important to always remember your elders, always remember history. On that sad note, I'm sorry to see all the old statues in New Orleans being removed. I just think it's just plain silly. But again, I don't really, I cut myself off from watching any news or television anymore. There's nothing on there that entertains me, but I still am up doing my animations and my life up in Second Life, and I enjoy that. That's my social network there. But I'm here. This is my base, and I'll be bringing you some more updates as we move on today. I'll be doing also my next project, which I just got cleaned up, was my kitchen. And always good to have a clean sink. A clean sink means a clean mind. And now next is the second part of my studio, which is my dining table, which is a throw all right now, but I'll clean that up today too, and my drawing board, and just in general clean up. It's good for a Sunday clean. But my main project today is the herb garden. I'm going to get that going and started, at least emptied out, and hopefully squared up and panels put in, ready for my dirt this following week. Maybe tomorrow, possibly. Who knows? But anyways, this is Jeff Whitney at the Dogtrot, bringing you another day at the Dogtrot. I'm so glad you stopped by. I got Mr. Green Jeans will be by here in a bit. He might say a word or two. I'm hoping, or I'll press him to say a word or two about the garden. And we'll move on. He's bringing some squash, and we'll talk about that later on. So, be safe out there. Don't text on driving. Don't drive and text or talk on your cell phones. Use two fans on your wheel, and be careful of other drivers, because there's idiots out there. Idiots, I'm telling you. Just watch out, chill out. You're going to get there. Enjoy the ride. Look at the countryside. Jeff Whitney at the Dogtrot, bringing you another feature of Life at the Dogtrot. Thank you much for viewing, and thank you for the emails. I look forward to hearing from you again. Good day.